Well, hey there, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? My name is Douglas Ford, coming to you out of my home right here out of Houston, Texas. And I created this video to really go into the income mix, the payout mix of this incredible platform, and to really, provide you guys the reason uh, this platform was ultimately created. Okay, this was created, folks, to provide the masses of people a cash flow solution that's really been elusive for the masses of people all across the world. We all know how to go out there and make money and receive money, and also for funding, for those looking for any levels of funding, residual funding, to where it can take care of maybe any business, charitable, church, nonprofit organization, foundation, any of those needs, businesses looking for capital and residual cash flow. So for any entity and from anyone from any walk of life to receive scalable residual, what we like to call unavoidable cash flow, where you can't move out of the way of it. Now, we have a strategic game plan in place that secures that evidence is always coming, which is leading everyone in the same direction to whatever their cash flow number or desire is. Okay? So I'm not going to really go into a presentation. I just want to really just highlight those things because I really want us to understand that we provide a solution for 100% of this population. Okay? And I'm going to go through some things and then highlight what makes us different, okay, and why we are more of a viable solution than what traditionally is out there and what's been done through many different categories that many of us are familiar with, okay? So let me share my screen. Now, first of all, I want you to understand that we are a cooperative and that cooperatives have been done, way back in the centuries and decades, okay? And it is a viable corporation that has provided a lot of products, goods, and services and generates well over $2 trillion when it comes to different products, goods, and services. But many people don't even know or even heard of a cooperative. And I'm here to let you know there's many different household name companies like Ocean Spray, which is a juice company, companies like Lando Lakes that produces butter, and also a company called Blue Diamond that's an almond company. They produce different almonds, okay? But let me just read to you real quick here, this particular slide. A cooperative is an organization that is owned and controlled by the people who use its products, supplies, and or services. Cooperatives, watch this, can vary in their particular purpose, but share in common the fact that they are formed to meet the specific objectives of members and adapt to members' changing needs. Self-reliance and self-help are the hallmark of cooperatives. So folks, cooperatives are legitimate, okay? It's my only point. I want to read that. Now, I want to go into what a lot of us are familiar with in terms of many different entities that are out there that we are very familiar with. First, I want to start off with a lot of people do a GoFundMe, okay, where they're looking to raise money for whatever their cause or situation may be. But it's met with a lot of prejudice and a lot of biasness because many times, okay, people don't receive the funding that they need because from the donors that they're looking to provide or to have donations from, they have their own causes. They have their own reasons for funding. So that creates a prejudice and a biasness to where a person's saying, well, I'd rather use the money I have for more so of things that I'm most interested in. So, right? So like if I'm mostly interested in weight loss, then more than likely my money's going to be going to weight loss as opposed to maybe having to do something with cancer or having to do something with veterans or having to do something with children or whatever the case may be. And so you see a lot of these people post on many different channels and social media platforms promoting their GoFundMe. right? Looking to get funds. But ladies and gentlemen, understand that 85% of people doing any type of crowdfund or fundraiser, 85% of those are not hitting their goals and whatever they may be. But here's another staggering statistic that 65 to 70%, they're not even crossing over 25% of whatever the goal may be. And that's across the board, universal. Okay? Let me bring to you another situation. Churches. Churches are always looking for funding. Okay? I got a list of churches here that I just brought up, okay, where, churches are always looking for different, building funding, renovation funding, ministry funding, and, they're always relying on the parishioners and maybe some sponsors, to facilitate whatever the funding is. But there again, even with churches, they fall into the category 85% of churches don't hit their funding goals. Okay? It is what it is. It's not Douglas Ford saying it. Here's one more industry. Okay? Now, this may come as a shock to you. I brought up a list of the 100 largest U.S. charities. And as you can see, there's charities like Feeding America, United Way, there's St. Jude Children's Research, the Salvation Army, Direct Relief, Good 360. But guys, if you guys can see, look at the numbers of monies that's going to these charities. Here's 4 billion. That's what the B is. That's billion, okay? Look at here, the 3.886 billion, okay, going to United Way. 2.331 billion going to St. Jude. Guys, we're talking about billions of dollars that are going to all these individual charities, okay? Look at the Salvation Army, basically 6 billion in total revenue, okay? Let's jump on down. There's the YMCA. Look at that, 7 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, what if instead of these monies all just going to one particular entity, that this cash flow can be facilitated to everyone's entity, whether if it's a church, whether it's a charity, whether if it's someone's GoFundMe or Kickstarter or somebody's nonprofit, okay, or somebody's school, okay? Folks, we provide a platform, a cooperative global platform, okay, where, let me just read this to you here. Where's my window? I have it up. To where it brings us together cooperatively to where money is instantly and on demand being facilitated through scale, because it takes a snowball effect, if you would. But the numbers that I showed you, monies are not just coming to just one or a few entities, but it's getting facilitated to every member and partner that's a part of this global cooperative that we're speaking of. So let me do smarterthanmoney.com, DVR, okay? I'm just giving you perspective here, ladies and gentlemen, but this is what our operation is about. And I'm gonna go to the board, okay? We are cooperatively heading up the global expansion of the world's first digital smart wallet. And we're currently looking for strategic partnerships to divert the billions of dollars that already exist in the digital wallet space into our ecosystem. The result of partnering with us will mean this: unavoidable and scalable residual cash flow for anyone and everyone from this day forward, with no skill set required, and anyone and everyone or any entity can start receiving the cash flow that you desire or need, or whatever that number is, folks. But understand, look at the key words here: residual cash flow for anyone and everyone. So there's no one being left out. Because when you go to these entities, think about it. It's literally every GoFundMe, on its own island. Because let's just take, for example, let me find one here. Let's take this particular situation. Any monies that go to this towards this situation, does any other GoFundMe or any other church or any other foundation or any other school or any other charity benefit from monies that go to here? No, it only goes to this particular entity. If I come here to churches, okay, when Katy Christian Church receives donations, whatever the amount is, 5,000, 20,000, 100,000, is there any other entity that gets benefited specifically from those donations or from that revenue or from that money? No, it primarily only goes for the Katy Church and whatever that they deem, use for it, right? Come over here to the charities, okay? The $5 billion that is going to the Salvation Army, is that also benefiting Feeding America? No, it's going specifically to the Salvation Army. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what if all these amounts here were not being facilitated to these entities, but also being facilitated to all these churches? And it also being facilitated to all these people with a GoFundMe. This is what our operation provides a solution for, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now let me go to the board so I can really, really break it down. Okay. So we can gain a real clear understanding of how powerful our entity operates. Okay. Now I got some numbers on the board because these amounts we are receiving through micro evidence as we are expanding and growing, okay, this co-op wallet, expanding it all over the world, okay? It is literally going to be scaling everyone, all participants, ongoing residual cash flow, okay, for everyone. Everyone's going to be facilitating through these amounts and scaling to these amounts as we continue to grow as a cooperative community. Now, please get this. What secures that everyone scales is this. We have a strategy put in place that secures that accounts never stop opening and is not incumbent upon anyone, okay, to do a whole lot of effort in order for us to scale. Folks, there is no skill set involved in what we do. And when there's no skill set, who then is not able to become successful? Everyone, okay? And everybody's involvement is just gonna have 3 accounts open up after theirs with them doing a one-time out of pocket. Everyone having just 3. And as that takes place, so for an example, if you started what we call our 10X infrastructure, once you're 3, do the exact same thing, okay? They're doing a one-time out of pocket. When they do that, it's gonna bring your cash flow to $288, where you're gonna receive instantly roughly about $90, okay, from each of your 3 immediately. That's gonna be a little bit more than $90. But basically it's gonna total up to $288. Okay. Now, watch this. They're going to do the same thing. Because remember I said, everybody only does it once. So you've done it once. And it immediately brought you to 288. Immediately. They're going to do the exact same thing. And the same thing is going to occur for them. Just like you were brought to 288, they're going to be brought to 288. But as they were receiving money, you are also receiving more evidence. Remember, everybody's receiving on every account that opens up after theirs. So even though everybody's only doing a one-time execution, it's still creating accounts to open up. And the way our system in artificial intelligence is set up, let me show it to you. Every time an account opens and it's activated, by the one-time out of pocket that everybody does. This account, when it activates, is going to have 10 people instantly receive from it. So it gets broken up. So the money used to activate it, it gets broken up, and 10 people prior are going to receive. Hence, when you had 3 open up an account, each of them paid you a micropayment. The artificial intelligence sent you in total $288 that goes right into your wallet immediately. See, I love that, folks, because that secures that everybody goes in the same direction. Why? Because we're receiving money instantly. And we're receiving as, here again, so what are my 3 going to do? The exact same thing. Remember, when they open up an account, or when their 3 open up an account, what's going to happen? 10 people are going to receive. So that's going to bring my 3 to 288. But then guess what? That's going to bring me to $412. But that was independent of my involvement, because that was my 3 bringing in their 3. Remember, everybody just does that one time. Just like when you started off, you only did it once. Your 3 only did it once. Then their 3 are going to do what? Only do it once. But what happens when they do it? 10 people prior are going to receive. Now, I had to get into that to really share the context. Okay? So just remember, 10 accounts are going to receive prior every time, right? So we have a standard version, whereas when your 3 come in, you start off at 26, okay? Then when their 3 do the exact same thing, it brings them to 26, it raises you to 38. Then when the next folks do their 2 steps that they're only doing one time, it brings them to 26, brings your 3 to 38, brings your money up to 87. You get the pattern. But notice, everyone's scaling independent of their involvement. Now, when your money reaches to what we call $280, you're going to be automatically upgraded, okay? And start receiving now from the 10X. But guess what? Your money still is scaling over here. So you're receiving money from both, and you're scaling in both now. Now, some people start off from both from the very beginning, because you can do that. It's what we call our 10X, where you start scaling here and start scaling there. But in order to scale in the 10X, your 3 are either coming behind you in the 10X from the beginning, or you can scale through upgrading, either one. Because think about it, your 3 are always right behind you, correct? So just like when you got the 280 and upgraded, they're gonna get the 280 and upgrade. And just as your money continues to accumulate over here in the standard, their money continues to accumulate over here in the standard. Folks, that happens for everyone. And then either starting here or upgrading over here, you can be accumulating from the 280 as well, where your money goes from 288, then scales to 412, then scales to 960, then scales to 2742, then scales to $5,921. Now, you guys are seeing 5 numbers here that everybody scales to, right? 5. So we're going to use this as $5 signs. So when we do $sign number 1, that means 288. When we do $sign number 2, that means 412. When we do $sign number 3, that means 960. $sign number 4, that's $2,742. And $sign number 5 means 5,921. So this is $5 signs that you're at this number, okay? Just remember that in this equation. You have another marker. Now, I'm gonna erase this here real quick. Please pay attention. So, remember I brought up other entities, right? I first brought up GoFundMe's, okay? Right? Now, when this person has a GoFundMe and this person has a GoFundMe, this person has a GoFundMe, this person has a GoFundMe, right? I even do one more. They all have a GoFundMe. So these are 5 different GoFundMes. When this GoFundMe receives, I don't know, $1,000, will any other GoFundMe benefit from that $1,000? No. If this GoFundMe here did 10,000, will any other GoFundMe receive from this 10,000? No. So it's basically every man for himself, right? Let's take that down. Let's say these were churches. If this church received $1,000, is this money going to be contributed to any other church? No. If this church received 10,000, is that 10,000 going to be contributed to any other church? No. Because why? It's theoretically every man for himself. Guys, it doesn't matter. It could be schools. It could be charities. It could be nonprofits. It could be foundations. Doesn't matter. If this school, charity, nonprofit, or foundation received 1,000, does it contribute to any other school, charity, nonprofit, or foundation? No. If this school, nonprofit, charity, or foundation received 10,000, does it contribute 10,000 to any of the other schools, charities, nonprofits, or foundations? No. Now, a lot of people go into this thing called affiliate marketing or network marketing, right? Well, in MLM and network marketing and anything else and others could be things like, others could be like affiliate marketing, drop shipping, high ticket, doesn't matter, right? It has, watch this. Again, this is not Douglas Ford. It has a 0.4% success rate. Now, y'all not gonna believe that unless I show you. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you real quick. So I want you guys thinking, Douglas Ford making that up. He made that up. No, I did not. I keep this stuff, guys, because I do my homework. Research, 0.4% is network marketing success rate. Let's scroll down here. It's powerful stuff here. Powerful, powerful. Notice that here's the scale. Let me read what the scale is about. Where's the scale information? I think it's there. Okay, the below chart shows us the MLM success rate, which is widely ignored by the whole industry. Come down here, folks. Look, MLM, 0.4%. Folks, gambling gives you a better success rate than MLM. So risking your money gives you a better success rate. Then look, well, guess what? Look what's better than gambling. Everybody talks about Ponzi and illegal pyramid schemes. Guess what? It's a better success rate than gambling. And it's a better success rate than MLM. Look, small businesses, okay? That would be churches. That would be charities, okay? They literally perform like a small business, sort of like a cooperative as well, okay? But look, folks, small business, 34 success rate. Look, direct selling, that's when you're going door to door, okay? That's when you're going from, person to person or business to business. Has an 80%. But look, there's something with 100%. That's called a wage job. The reason that is because they provide a predictable income. meaning that it is contractually already agreed upon that when you put in hours, you get result. That's it. So it's already set up within the employment for your income to be predictable. That's why a lot of people love work. Not because so much they love what they do. Yeah, yes, you have some that love what they do, but they know it's going to be a predictable outcome. That when I put in the hours, whether if it's 30 hours a week, 40 hours a week, multiply what I make an hour at the end of the week or every 2 weeks or however often you receive the paycheck, it is going to be what? Unavoidable. You're going to receive it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to show you a platform and a payout to where just like a wage job, it is predictable and it's unavoidable for anybody to receive. Folks, if you go to work, are you going to get paid? Yes. Meaning that when I do the work, it is already contractually in the agreement that my paycheck at the end of the week is unavoidable for me to receive it. So when there's a situation to where where people are receiving a predictable income, it's 100% success rate. That's why everybody wants to run to a job, because it's predictable income. Guys, let me show you how what we do is the answer and solution to any funding category, crowdfund category, charity category, church, nonprofit, individuals. Okay. Now, let me unpack this though, because I need you guys to see the visual. So whereas when you're in network marketing, let's say you get involved, right? And let's say you get a friend, a coworker, neighbor, a pastor, a church, okay, a nonprofit, et cetera, et cetera. Let's say you get mom, right? Whatever. Now, because it's only a 0.4% success rate, this is how this looks. So you'll make money, but guess what? Because it's less than 1 out of every 10, because it's 0.4%, we'll just say you at least made money. That's why you shared it. But a lot of people don't make money, which is what I'm about to show you. But friend gets involved, they don't make a lot of money. Coworker don't make a lot of money. Neighbor don't make a lot of money. Let's say pastor, he made some money, okay? But then church, they didn't really do anything with it. Nonprofit, nothing. Mom didn't make no money. This is traditional affiliate network marketing, all of that. That's why it brings so much trepidation, because it requires levels of skill set. It requires production. Okay? In order for people to really win over here, they have to keep going out and selling, or keep going out, sharing the services, doing presentations and all that good stuff. Okay? But ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you, now remember, $5 signs brings a person in the 10X to $5,921. And everybody is starting at 288, then they scale to 412, then they scale to 960, then they scale to 2742, then they scale to $5,921. Everybody goes the same direction. How do we know everybody's going the same direction? Because as this is happening and unfolding, everybody's receiving constant evidence that is scaling them to these results. See, if you didn't get to 26, then you're not going to get to 38. If you don't get the 38, you're not getting the 87. So really, if you're not receiving the 26, then you're not going to get there. What constituted with me getting to the 26? My 3 came in after me. Now, what constituted me receiving more money that brought me up from 26 to 38? My 3 got their 26. What constituted you going from 38 to 87? My 3's 3, their team, got their 3 and got to 26, which moved my 3 to 38, which then moved me to 87. Independent of everyone's involvement. So let me show you how that looks here. So watch this. Remember what I said. Anytime an account opens, how many people receive? 10. Right? So watch this. So you had your friend. Now we're going to say your friend was one of your 3, but all 3 of your people got involved. When that happened, guess what? You received money. Because remember what I said. When they activate an account, 10 people prior received. Who's one of the 10? You. So you got $1 sign. So you got 288. This is in the 10X. Now, if you were just in the standard, you'd be at 26. Okay? And let's just say it's taking everybody a week to do their 2 steps that they're only doing one time. What are the 2 steps? Having 3 come after you, they do the same. That's 2 steps. You have 3 come after you, they have 3 come after them. Each of them. Everybody has 3 come after them. One time. Now, your friends will do the same thing. One of their 3 is, let's say it's their coworker. Now, of course, there's 2 more from each of them, but everybody has 3. One of their 3 is their coworker. So what is that going to do? They're going to receive a dollar sign because 10 people receive. So that's 1 who received because coworker opened up an account. But remember, 10 received. Who's another one? You. So you had $2 signs, which that brings you to 412. Your friends are at $1 sign. They're at 288. Do you see how everybody's scaling? Watch this. So your coworker brings in 3. One of their 3 is their neighbor. Okay? Each of those guys open up an account. What happens? 10 people prior receive. So that's going to bring coworker to what? 288. That's going to bring friend to what? 412. That's going to bring you to what? $960. Did you have to have anybody? Did you have to have 4, 5, 6, 10, 20 folks? No. Everybody just brought in 3. And you're receiving anytime and every time accounts come in. You're receiving from every account that activates. So basically, you're receiving numbers that are in between 288 and 412 is what I'm getting at. You're receiving also numbers between 412 and 960. Okay? You're receiving more numbers between 960 and 2742. Let's keep this thing going. Now, pastor. So neighbor, one of their 3 is their pastor. Pastor and the other 2 open up an account. What happens? 10 people are going to receive, which means what? Neighbor is at 288. Coworker, 412. Friend, 960. You, $4 signs, $2,742. And looking at it, how many weeks have you been in? 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks at this point in the 10X. That's a month from today. Pastor, one of his three is going to be the church. Church opens up an account. How many people are probably going to receive? 10 every time. So that means what? Pastor is at 288. Okay. Brings another dollar sign to neighbor, they're at 412. Brings another dollar sign to coworker, they're at 960. It brings another dollar sign to the friend, they're at 2,742. And it brings another dollar sign to you, which brings you to $5,921 in residual cash flow. That's 5 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're just in the standard, that'll bring you to 538. Now, remember, right around here, I had what? Once your money gets to 280, it's going to automatically upgrade you to the 10X. And then your three, what? They're right behind you. They'll be upgraded if they're not in the 10X already. They'll be upgraded to the 10X. And when they get upgraded to the 10X, what is that going to do? It's going to bring you $288. Then their three, if you started in the standard, you wasn't over here yet, their three will get to 280, which then they'll be upgraded. And when they are upgraded, your three are at 288, which consequently also moves you to what? $412. Did you have to come out and get any more money out of pocket? No. Did you have to do 3 steps, 5 steps, 10 steps? No. But most importantly, are you seeing everybody scale? So folks, this could be all churches. This could be all nonprofits. This could be all charities. And where you're seeing, when you saw when I showed you the list, the charities receiving $4 billion, that was just to one company. As this scales to what any number is coming through everybody. So it won't be just be one, everybody goes to 288. Everybody gets 412. Everybody snowballs to 960. Everybody snowballs to 2,742. Everybody snowballs to 5,921. And the evidence is always coming on demand because there again, so let's go back here. So the church, one of their three is a nonprofit. When that nonprofit opens up an account, what's going to happen? Evidence. Boom. Evidence. Boom. Evidence. Boom. Evidence. 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 Every time, folks. Every time, ladies and gentlemen. So that's what I'm going to leave you with, okay? Because we dictated, folks, we determine how big and however fast this thing moves. Everybody's only doing 2 steps, just having 3. Everyone has 3 to come behind them and do a one-time out of pocket and have 3 do the same. And that plan of action will secure that everybody's only doing it once, and everybody's going to continue to have accounts opening up after them because everyone's always bringing in 3 and it's duplicated. And so you're talking about something that has no saturation point to it. We can scale this to whatever degree we want to, and we can scale it however fast. We just said 7 days just to make it palatable for people and their mindset to wrap their minds around. But folks, we can get it done in a day. We can get it done in an hour. Okay? We're saying if it took everybody 7 days, you're looking at 5 weeks. Everybody can scale and snowball to $5,921 because as you saw, it wasn't just you that got the $5 signs. Friend got the $5 signs. Then after that, coworker gets the $5 signs. Then neighbor gets the $5 signs. Pastor then gets the $5 signs. Church gets the $5 signs, right? And then nonprofit and mom. So everybody's getting to $5,921. not just St. Jude Research, not just Make-A-Wish, not just Salvation Army, not just Greater True Vine Church, not just Right Grove Church, not just New Journey Church, not just this person's GoFundMe, not just that person's crowdfund, not just the guru winning, not just the guru marketer winning, not just the person that has a bunch of influence winning. Everybody, folks. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's my time. Okay. So get back to the person that contacted you, that shared this video with you guys. And I hope you guys got some tremendous value. Just want to unpack, okay, our payout and also unpack how we are a solution for 100% of folks on this population, those that are looking for residual and reliable, scalable cash flow. Because that's the one thing that's been elusive to everyone. We all know how to go out and make money, working a job or putting forth a lot of effort to receive. Here, we're all doing a little that scales everyone strategically. We're doing this on purpose, facilitating and snowballing cash flow to as many human hands as possible. Come join us, be a part of what we got going on, and let's continue to grow this and spread this all over the world. My name is Douglas Ford out of Houston, Texas. It's been my plum-pleasing pleasure to bring this information on today. As we like to always say, we just won't see you at the top. We look forward to seeing each and every one of you folks cash flowing and also over the top. Take care. God bless.